there, and let's see whether or not EVOS as well as the Valier to kind of set the pace of the game. The tempo needs to be controlled for the side of EVOS Esports, but let's just see how RRQ kind of wants to play this out, because they have to play this until level 4, and that's shenanigans like this. JPL just needs to keep control over the wave, put enough harassment in to kind of force them into situations where it's like, okay, you can't go for the rotation, and I won't let you because I have vision.
That's right, and now we're looking at Tuturu already clearing out the wave over on the bottom side, and both sides are playing it relatively safely. They're not really going in for those aggressive invades that we've already seen them pretty well known for. But speaking of that, EVOS Esports, they're starting things off pretty much on a high tempo over on the top side. Sin will be facing off against Soul. Oh, look at that burst damage. It really forces some moves, and RRQ Sin is forced to pull off that flicker.
Yeah, really quick. It's really interesting what RRQ did here. They basically use Masha as a meat shield so that the tank as well as the mage doesn't take a lot of damage. In response, really well done here. Oh, the rest of the team's actually going on to Bin is actually in quite a bit of trouble. He's taking quite a lot, but they have to kind of peel back. He's so little too late. JPL has to pull back quickly. Dashes right on out of there. I Am Jago finally responds in time. He is level 4. Oh dear, Bambi, not going to catch anybody with a Star Moon Fall. They're going to back away.
Oh, they really have to back up. Look at them, they're only level 2, and I Am Jago's going to fight back in a little bit more. So possibly going to escape, and he's going to be forced with that flicker as that bubble almost hits him right up the lip. And now JPL. I really like the name change, so of course it confuses a little bit right there. But now look at the goal standings here. It's only about 200 gold in favor of RRQ.
Looks like there's only one rival in this game. Okay, pretty interesting. But yeah, I think Soul has done a really good job there controlling that top side, making sure Masha doesn't get too ahead and forcing out battle spells because she isn't managing that health total.
That's right. Of course, we've seen a lot of rivals being played out in the previous match in the MPL, but now starting off with only one here is still going to be pretty much vital, but we're seeing some challenges inside of the turtle pit here, as this will be first blood in the hands of RRQ, as the court will be able to take one down. But Liam already on the forefront here, forces the flicker away from Ace, and now JPL has his divine judgment, but what can he do when he's all alone?
Yeah, there's just no follow-up right now. He can't really go in. A great catch coming in from the RRQ, especially nailing a priority target like Oh Dear Bambi on that Esmeralda. Nicely done. Like, Oh Dear Bambi definitely disrespected a little walking up there.
Oh yes, indeed. And now we're seeing JPL, of course, just checking on all these brush, making sure that every single one of these corners are going to be checked instead of getting themselves into trouble. But look at JPL, he wasn't forced the divine judgment. That's an easy kill for EVOS SG.
Great setup. I mean, I don't know whether or not I think Potato should have been able to land the ultimate there without any issues, but you know, just in case, divine judgment, just add a little bit more salt to the wound.
Oh, that's right. And of course, giving the kill over on the Granger is going to be pretty much vital. But look at Mid, he's walking into a trap, but instead JPL almost get caught as well. Here comes the backup coming from Liam as well, trying to get in with that Hurricane Dash, hitting him across the wall, pushing it into Tuturu as well, and this will be yet another kill falling in the hands of Tuturu.
Great plays coming in from RRQ there. EVOS Esports is in a little bit of trouble. They are giving a little bit too much space for RRQ to kind of play with here. They're putting themselves very vulnerable. Now ball lane, Humidon Blast is already put. Ace is in trouble, gets locked down instantaneously. The moment Ayajago has his ultimate, he will go for another kill. Granger goes down too, as the rest of RRQ backs away. What a clean dive.
Did you just see all 3 of these ultimates being utilized at the same time? And I just love how RRQ is sieging right now. And immediately, they secure yet another one. He should not even be anywhere close, as JPL will falter. But back into the top lane here. Soul versus Sin.
Yeah, he's doing a great job maintaining Masha's life at, you know, that 1 bar instead of maximum of 3, just to make sure that he's always in threat for his life. If he walks up too far, he's going to get punished. But
that's
again, RRQ, the rest of the team is doing such a good job. On the opposite side of the map, they took Turtle, taking buffs, and now the big question is, can they break that top mid?
Well, it should be pretty much a good rotation to take that one tower down. It shouldn't be too much of a hassle. As we look at the goal graph here, it's slowly, of course, heavily favored on RRQ, if I must correct myself right there. But EVOS Esports looking for a little bit of leeway here to catch out some of the stray members of RRQ. Now, Tuturu is going to soak in a little bit of that sort of poke, but it shouldn't be too much. Maximum charge already landing on Jiao PL. Of course, a little update on that name. But top side, it might just be a flank coming from RRQ.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. RRQ is just keeping tabs on exactly where they are, making sure they don't have any options. They go for the initial stun here, switching over to Sin. He has to back away while they invade. I'm not sure whether they stole away the buff, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But Sin, he's just trying to maintain his space, and the rest of EVOS is making sure he is at 1 life bar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Sin should have no issues at all to deal with these members, but when the Divine Judgment hits, it might just spell doom for them. But of course, Vin here will be able to take the second tower for RRQ.
Yeah, they make a close call, and I think if I was in EVO's position, the rotations coming in from RRQ is pretty quick, so they preemptively send someone else to the top side, making sure they can kind of go for a protect that side of the map. They end up losing mid-tower in response, so I guess that might have not been the best play just yet. Like, they need to find something. Asha is going to have a real big response pressure to RRQ.
Oh, that's right, but look at me though, right? It's back in the middle, gets pulled with the Divine Judgment. Of course, this will be that one kill being secured here for the side of EVOS. And Ogier Bambi, of course, the captain of EVOS, is trying to do as much as he can to push themselves ahead with a lead, but it will still be a lead in the hands of RRQ for now.
Yeah, sacrificing Lolita, Masha just got a push, breaking tier 2 easily with a single wave. They have to give her respect. Oh, wait, wait for the arrival. Going to the top side of the map to kind of defend it and get a little bit more damage into that tower. But the rest of the team just wasn't too close.
Yeah, I felt like it was an unnecessary arrival if you really want to ask me in that sort of sense. We are having a one-on-one battle inside the jungle here as Soul goes in for the taste, and Sin is just running away, and that will be a flicker here committed by Soul, but instead he's getting placed around, and now that kill will definitely be in the hands of Soul.
Nicely done. I mean, EVOS, as she realized that, okay, their floor is a lot stronger. We can only do so much here. We're not going to give Turtle away. We're going to deal with your other win condition, making sure that, oh no, JPL might be in trouble. He takes a lot of damage from that shark. They don't capitalize on it just yet. I don't think Gordon has his ultimate. He used it earlier in the mid lane, so they don't have that kill pressure.
Oh, that's right. And of course, for EVOS Esports, they are just making sure that they stay as a unit over on the mid side as well, and they are just trying to raid inside. And look at Soul, he invaded the wrong territory, and he gets caught. That should not happen at all, especially in a World Championship sort of phase here where, you know, you are not really facing against mid-tier teams. These are top-tier teams from all over the world, and RRQ will punish these guys. I mean, again, you mentioned top-tier teams cannot disrespect them. Now, I think they're just trying to keep pace with RRQ as of right now.
Oh, so close to dying here. Maximum charge. Spin land.
Oh,
just short. Just short. My goodness.
Oh, that was really close. But now RRQ will claim yet another tower on the top side as well, looking for JPL. But there's nothing much that EVOS SG can do but to fall back. Now the next aim will possibly be the mid lane as well, as we see Vin already on the forefront here. So needs to make a move, but that Lolita is not allowing any members to go past.
They need to make something happen here. The play can't be made. Ace can't seem to get into the fight without that Numenor boss just completely shutting him off. So they're looking for an opportunity to go in here. Ooh, this is a little sketchy coming in from Sola as well as Bambi here, but it doesn't look like RQ want to pounce on it just yet. They're just kind of waiting for a mistake to be made by EVOS first.
Yeah, they have absolute control inside the jungle, and now we're looking at Vin here, bringing one of these members to 50%. JPL have to fall back, and here comes Bambi trying to steal the buff away, and of course, we have here will be playing out whether or not will they be opposite, and if they do cross the line, that will be a hurricane that's ready to blow them back in towards the territories of RRQ.
Being spawned by Soul. Sin just got his corrosive sight, so there is no running from him, but he will be able to solo every objective. But a mid fight actually breaks out. EVOS Esports is trying to turn this around, but they can't. They're just locked into place. Soul goes down as well. They knew they needed to defend Lord, but oh dear Bambi, he's kind of chilling out right here. Sin's in trouble. The rest of the team goes and collapses straight on top of him. Let's have a replay one more time.
And look at them go. RRQ had the perfect setup, and of course, just in the blink of an eye, we're seeing even the Lord falling in the hands of RRQ. What a clean performance that we're seeing from RRQ so far, and slowly it might just touch that 10K goalie mark.
Yeah, it's not looking good for EVOS SG here. They don't exactly have a lot of playmakers in their sides besides Jumpiel, and right now, he's being shut down very hard. Like, he's getting hit by a lot of abilities that should not be landed.
This is what I was talking about when we started the draft, and I talked about the side of EVOS SG not really having a reliable tank if they do fall in the early phases of the game, and now they're dealing with the same trouble, and the Lord is already knocking on their doors, trying to crush the mid lane tower, and RRQ is just waiting for an available missing. But look at Jumpiel, he's in position, he's still waiting, and oh, that Gord! Oh my goodness, he gets cut out!
Ooh, they pull backwards, good disengage. He still has the flicker, but now they're still gonna get the inhibitor turret on the top side of the map. They're playing it slow, but RRQ know that they are in control. They can take one more inhibitor down, and yes, they do. They're breaking everything. They're slowly collapsing down onto EVOS SG's economy.
That's right, and of course, we have Akai also buying that immortality, which means it's going to be even harder for our members of EVOS. But look at that go. Vin's going to go in with the No Man's Blast, catching over onto 3 members with the flicker as well. Hurricane Dance putting on the face, and now RRQ, they're crashing right in, and Odir Mappy almost falling out, and look at EVOS members all in the disarray. Minions are still in the front, but RRQ does not even want to make any sort of a mistake at all.
Yep, this is a killing blow here. The Death Timers, they're going to be able to respawn. Oh dear Bambi, he survived the last onslaught. He needs to clear top side. But again, minions are pushing in. He's going to be walking on it. There's nothing they can do. I am Jocko does not miss. His aim is true, and he cuts down the rest of the members of EVOS Esports SG. They're looking to end this. Oh, ace.
Oh my goodness. What a clean game one that we're seeing here from Rex, Regu, Keon. And now, game 1 already in the bag for RRQ. Indonesia here, showing them why they are the most respected region of all here in